City have only conceded 5 goals in 13 Premier League matches, Graham. Lyon have scored 4 in just 180 minutes against them. Are teams in the Premier League too afraid of City? Have Lyon shown up that?
I think it's an element of that. You know, there's another building around Man City that they are invincible, that you can't go out and take them on at their game, which is, you know, passing and moving game. And Lyon are proving a lot of people wrong. I mean, Lyon are not going to win their league. They're not going to maybe threaten to win their league, but they're a good team. And I think it just shows. I think it's more about Man City maybe not being just bang at it in the 2 games. Certainly in the first game they weren't. And it doesn't matter who you play. If you're a top team, if you're not bang at it, you always risk coming unstuck.
But week after week, Premier League teams...
We see better teams week in, week out, just rolled over by Man City. And it's a hard one to explain. They're not playing a different brand of football. And Lyon looks as if they've got some good players, but where would they be in our league? Would it be a mid-table team in our league? I'm not sure. So
there are teams that can take something for what Lyon have done against them in the two games now.
Yeah, I think so. If you're playing them in a few weeks' time, have a look at what Lyon did. But they've got some bright players of their own. And when you hear Pep saying how physical that team were against them, and he's not suggesting they were over physical, but they've got a lot going for them. And I think that when you have an exciting front three, it's important that you're just not all back the time defending. And particularly, Memphis, he's having a lovely time right now.
He's got 5 million followers on his...
Oh, he's very... I'm not happy with that side of him. But even, Cornet as well, they've got some exciting...
Quality
they've got quality, so it's very important you just don't sit back. A lot of our Premier League teams, oh my God, we're playing City, we've got to all drop back. It's important that there's an emphasis. Yeah, have a go.
Pep Guardiola said that Lyon was one of the toughest opponents that City have ever faced as he's been there. Not tougher than the teams they face in England in this Premier League that you always go on about, Graham, has been such a high standard.
No, I don't think so. I think they're a decent team. Lyon sitting second in their league, but what was it, 15 points or something behind PSG. I think it can happen in cup football. You for whatever reason, you're not bang at it, and I think that's certainly the case for Man City first time round. They are a good team, Lyon. They'll be an even better team at home than they were in Manchester. But I don't see them being a top team.
That's 2 games they put it up to City.
That would suggest they're a team. He would be suggesting, Pep, that's a team that can go and win this competition. They ain't going to win this competition.
But that's 2 games they put it up to City now, and week after week in England we see teams just lay over like lambs to the slaughter. Yeah. Would you think that?
Yeah, I think people, they've game plans and they don't want to take them on the game of football. Football has changed. The best teams from years gone by had to contend with the lesser teams being aggressive to them, getting in their face and really messing them around physically to see if those players fancied it on the better players fancied it on the day. That can't happen today because of the rule changes. Referees are far stricter today, and there's better passing pitches today, which suits the better players.
Would you concur with that, Brian, that teams are often beaten in the Premier League before they play City, and that they're almost thinking, we won't worry about this, we'll worry about Fulham or Watford next week, that'll be the one we'll target?
I think the teams at the bottom half of the league, that's the way they look at it. They sit in and wait and hope that they can get something on the break. But the reality is that players are much worse than the quality Manchester City have, and they're not able to really take them on. I mean, I think Wolves were the best at it this year in terms of being brave, but Wolves signed some very good international class players, and they were able to do it in their own patch and have a go at them. Lyon, to be fair to them, in both matches really took it to City, and they have good players around the midfield area, OR and Dembele. And Dembele, I think they're the type of players we will see moving out again this year. They're a long way short of awaiting PSG. I think PSG beat them 3-0 in the league this year already.
Will Lyon get out of this group? They've got to go off to Shakhtar.
I wouldn't fancy
a chance to get a draw.
That's what Pep's suggesting. They're a top team that they've got a chance of winning this. I don't think
City will probably sign their best players in January anyway.